Hey guys, so I'm gonna sit here and film a video on the Makeup Geek Vegas Lights collection, and I've had these products for a while actually, and I posted a picture on Instagram once I received it in the mail, which was like a month ago. I just kept forgetting and kept forgetting and kept forgetting to actually sit here and film the video for you guys. So I'm sorry for the delay. If you were waiting on it, if you follow me on Instagram and you know you really wanted to see this video, I'm sorry. I'm gonna run through a lot of the things. I'm gonna show you guys swatches, what I think of them, because I have used them, you know, because I've had them for quite a while. I actually got to experiment with them a lot. I'm gonna be showing you swatches on just the back of my hand. I really want to get a look up on this, on the pigments and the palette, because I think they're I'm just gonna let you know from the get-go, they are amazing. Makeup Geek in general, I'm not sponsored by them, I'm not getting paid to say this, they don't even know I exist. I'm just saying, I really love their products. I think for the price you get so much quality, and it's really great quality. Although sometimes the packaging, which I will, you know, say later on the pigments, aren't the best. I think that the pigments overall, and I think the packaging on the palette is pretty cute. So the first things I want to get started with are the pigments, obvi, and the pigments come in this packaging, which looks like this. It says the Makeup Geek Vegas collection. I think the box is really super cute. It says Makeup Geek Vegas collection. It's like the Vegas scenery here, and in the back it says loose pigment. So usually it'll come in the back and it has this hole right here where you can actually see the name. But I will tell you this. This is what the actual packaging of the pigment looks like, and I'm not a fan of it. First of all, because if you open it, you just have straight product, and I don't want to tilt it because it will fall off or fall out. It's just, it's such a mess. It, like, I opened it pretty carefully and I'm already getting pigment everywhere. Like, it's flying everywhere, and it's pretty much all over my hands as of right now. Yeah, it's like all over my hands. Can you, I don't even know. But anyways, I'm just gonna get started with the actual colors of the pigments. So the one that I actually opened, I don't know why the hell I closed it, but this one's in the shade Poker Face, and I think this is a really good tip that I really want to share with you guys. When you have pigments, I think it's really important to not keep like flipping through them. This is just a really big waste of time, especially when you're on a time limit and you're trying to do your makeup and you're trying to find a pigment that you want to use. It's always a really great idea to swatch them at the top of the actual packaging, unless you're gonna like place something on top, but I still think it's smart, because when you're looking at it or when you're storing them, unless you're storing them face down, you don't really see the color. Like if I'm looking like this, I don't see the color on the bottom. Do you feel me? So I just really like to swatch it right on top, so when I'm flipping through my makeup collection I can find it easily. So the first one I'm going to swatch for you guys is in the shade Poker Face, and this one is actually one of the prettiest ones I think in this collection. So I'm just going to swatch it on the back of my hand with this little brush, and I'm just taking it from the cap because if I dip it into the pigment it'll just be too much all over. I'm gonna try to do a pretty big swatch just so you know you can get a really good idea of what these pigments look like and how great they are. Alright, so this first one is in the shade Poker Face, and just look at that. It is, oh, so amazing, so reflexive. I think it's a beautiful shade. It's pretty dark. I just thought it was kind of dark in here, so I just kind of like adjusted the light. So the lighting should be better now. But anyways, Yes, this is in the shade Poker Face. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a bronzy golden shade, which I just... But yeah, my only problem is that it's so messy. As soon as you open it, you just get like fallout, glitter everywhere. It ain't pretty. So the next pigment I'm actually going to be swatching is in the shade Nightlife, which I also have swatched at the top of the packaging. And this one isn't as messy as the other one. And there's just no product on the top, so I'm just going to have to dip it into the actual pigment. Like I said, this one is in the shade Nightlife. It is gorgeous. It's like a rosy bronze shade. It's pretty metallic. But it's more on the bronzy side. Well, the bronzy pink side, or like I definitely see some purple in there too. I think this one is so beautiful, and they're really creamy. Like for a pigment, you kind of expect them to be a little flaky, and you know, they don't really go on that smoothly. I mean, there's a lot of pigments out there, but the majority of them I feel like are really flaky, and they just don't look great. Do you kind of understand? I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but hopefully I fall out everywhere. Like, I'm wearing black jeans, which is probably the worst thing I could have done, and it's just like falling all over. Like, I wish I can show you. Can you see my jeans? Yeah, they're dirty. All right, this other one, or actually the next two I'm going to be showing you, are the only problematic ones out of the entire Pigment Vegas collection lights thing. They're really chunky. I'm just not a really big fan. The color both colors are really beautiful, but I just can't, like, it's just so hard to pack onto your lid when it's that chunky. You'll see what I'm talking about right now. Alright, so this first one that I said is kind of problematic for me is in the shade Vegas Lights. Looks like this, sort of like a red foily metallic shade. Okay, and are you ready to see what I am talking about? I'm going to show you in comparison to other ones. The point of this is that I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I say they're problematic. So I want you guys to kind of look. I don't want to tilt it too much because it's just going to spill over. But this one, I'm just trying to show you how finely milled this one is, and how much thicker and kind of clumpier looking this one looks, which kind of explains why it's problematic. It is really flaky. I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to show you like a live swatch. Do you see what I mean? Not once did I have this problem with any other pigment. Like, I would grab some and just swipe directly down and it'll go on through and through. But this, I just have to keep packing it on. And even when you pack it on, you get a lot of fallout. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's not finely milled like the other ones. It just takes time to build up. And honestly, when you're in a rush, you don't want to have to do that. You want to be able to just pack it on once and it looks good. And then maybe pack it on twice and it looks even better. But with this, I find myself having to go back in for more and more and more, just so I get a really satisfactory kind of look. I'm like dropping all these pigments everywhere. I don't know why I didn't wear like pajama shorts. Whatever. I'm doing the most right now. But I love it, and even when you blow it, there's just like a whole lot of flakes flying. I love the shade though. It's so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Copper from MAC, just in a pigment, and obviously this one's more pigmented, but there's a lot of fallout. And with the MAC Copper, there's not. But obviously the MAC Copper is just like a compact kind of thing. It's not a pigment. But still, I think you could kind of get the same thing. And like, if you look down onto my arm, there's only red flakes. None of these have let out any type of fallout except for this one. So that's really my only issue. But that shade. Yeah, this tape is gonna need a major cleaning. My pants are gonna need major dry washing. Girl, this is just a hot mess. The next problematic one, I'm not even sure if I like this one. It's in the shade Jack. This is my problem. They're balls. They're like balls of pigment. And I don't know if that's just the one that I have or if that was everyone's, because this doesn't even look like a pigment. This looks like old rolled up, I don't even know. But I will try to swatch it because I'm not gonna just like, you know, let it sit there. So like I said, it's like the other one. You don't get pigment through and through, and it's really like, I want to say chalky, but I'm not sure if that would be like the correct word to say. But I think it is chalky. It doesn't go on smoothly. Yeah, like there's definitely more pigment in places, in like other places. Like it's just, I don't know. And then if you really like try to blend this out, you're just gonna get so much fallout, and which really sucks, because like I think if this shade was like the first two that I show you, it would be so bomb.com. But it's not. It's just really thick, and it's really just like, it's not appealing. Look, oh my god, this is pretty gross actually. It's like something I don't even want on my eyes. When I tried it on my eyes, it looked like I had like mountains of like yellow goldness going on my eyes. It wasn't an even spread of pigment, and it wasn't because I don't know how to apply pigment. I know how to apply pigment, but with these, or actually with just really this one, because the other one wasn't finely milled, but it's so much better than Jack. I don't know what it is about this specific pigment. It's just, it's not a friend. Definitely do without it in my collection. And then the last one I have to say is my favorite. It is the most beautiful shade in a pigment that I have ever come across, and it is in the shade Liquid Gold. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one actually is a re-promoted pigment. I'm pretty sure that it's available. Actually, I'm not even sure if all of these are available on the Makeup Geek website as of right now, but if they are, I would definitely say to jump on the pigments and the palette. You'll see why the palette in a moment, but the pigments are beautiful. I would say you can do without Jackpot though. With Vegas Lights, I think it's worth it, but just know that you have to like keep working with it. So this shade that I'm going to show you right now is in the shade Liquid Gold, and this is definitely my favorite. Hands down, it is the most beautiful rusty gold I've ever seen in my life. And do you see what I mean? That was just one swipe, and there's just so much pigment. You don't get that with Jackpot, which I really dislike. I just want to show you guys how freaking pigmented this Liquid Gold one is. You will be so astonished when you see the swatch I'm building up right now. I really want to make this big and bold, because that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it needs. Bam! That is Liquid Gold right there, and girl, you don't even know. I would say if you're gonna pick up any of these pigments, Liquid Gold is your best friend. Like this rusty gold, it definitely has some green in it, I can see. I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just such a beautiful, unique pigment that, like, girl, when I first put this onto my eyes, I was actually just playing around with these. Like, I didn't go outside with them because I haven't really put too much makeup on this month. And I think I said that in my August favorites too. Like, it's still pretty hot to be putting like full faces of makeup. When I put this on my eyes, I just had to stop. I was like, whoa, what did I just do? Like, this is amazing. I should be a makeup artist by now. I didn't even have to do that much work. The pigment really did it all. And that's what I really like about this shade in specific. Like, you can just add a crease color and add this onto your lid and you look so made up without even really trying. I love that. I have like pigment everywhere on my pants. This is really bad. I think I might just need a new pair of black jeans. So those are all of the Vegas Lights collection pigments. So starting from the top, this first one is in the shade Poker Face. This next one is in the shade Nightlife. Then this one we have here is in the shade Vegas Lights. This one, Jackpot, which I actually don't really like at all. And then this one is in the shade Liquid Gold. Moving on to the Vegas Lights palette. I'm just gonna make this so clear right now. I love this thing. It's, guys, I don't even think you're gonna be ready when I open this. Like, it's gorgeous. First, let's start off with, there's a mirror. Okay, I don't want to blind. That's the painting I usually have when I film the other way around, but I thought I might just switch it up to this, except I might just take that like baseball calendar out because it just doesn't go with the rest of the theme. But I do have a lot of baseball stuff up there. I'm a really big fan of baseball. You ain't even know. Specifically the Yankees, so if I get hate, what it do, what it does. Anyways, I think I am gonna end up taking that out because it just doesn't go with everything else. And then you have like one pillow over there, and then like you have my makeup desk, and currently I have like a hair dryer down there which I need to place somewhere else, so don't mind that. And then I have some motivational cards. So this one right here says wish big, and then the gold one down here says dare to explore. Then this one over here says live true, be you, which I really love that. Yeah, I think it just looks good coming across like that. I don't know, how do you do this? Well, like, I don't know, I thought it looked really cute. And over here, that thing right there, that's like some pictures I have from BeautyCon, and I have some pictures of like my father because he passed away, and then I have some, like, a lot of Mets tickets hanging, as well as some past concert tickets, some movie tickets, you know, just like a memory board kind of thing. But yeah, moving back onto the palette, I think the shades are just beautiful. It does come with a slip. I think that's every single palette, and bam, you have the shades. I really want to do a look with this because this is totally right up my alley. I love golds. I love really dark reflexive browns. I think it's just beautiful. I think Sin City and a combination of Sin City and Casino looks like MAC's Amber Lights, but obviously I think this palette comes out to way cheaper, and plus it's like an actual palette. At MAC you just get like the clear kind of see-through action thing for like $44. This is not $44. I think it was like 30 something. I could be wrong though. And you get 6 eyeshadows, and each one of them are 1.8 grams, which is, I think, the size of MAC anyways. But still, you get 6 shadows. In MAC's palette things, you usually only get 4 for like 40 bucks. So you're really paying like, I want to say around $11 for each pan. Or maybe it was 10, I don't know. But I'm going to get started with swatching these. And the first one I'm actually going to swatch is Casino. So you have 4 shimmer shades. Well, actually it's really like 1, and then 3 metallics, and then you have 2 mattes. And I think this one right here is just the perfect crease shade of life. So this first one is in the shade Casino, which is just a really nice basic gold, which looks like that. It's really beautiful. Then the next one you have is in the shade Sin City, and this is more of a orangey gold. So it's still gold, but it's definitely like Casino, just more on the orange side. So that's Sin City right there. Then the next one you have is in the shade Roulette, and this is a beautiful reddish pink metallic shade. It's gorgeous, and I think it's similar to one by MAC. I can't really remember the name. You have Mirage, which is like your highlight shade, but this one is matte. Just looks like that. It's pretty light, and I love this on the brow bone because it is super light, so you get like a really highlighted, kind of sculpted out eyebrow look, which I love. Then you have the shade Desert Sands, which is a camel, a really rusty camel shade. I think it looks really similar to the Bobbi Brown one that everyone talks about, or even maybe a little bit darker than Caramel in the Anastasia palettes, like the Amrezy and Maya Mia one. I'm not really sure if you can see it because it's a little bit like my skin tone, but yeah, that's Desert Sands right there. It's beautiful though. It's not really coming across on camera, but trust me, it's beautiful. Then the last one you have is just one of those like outer V sort of shades to like really deepen up a look, and it is in the shade Bada Bing. There's definitely some gold reflex in there too. It's like a really deep chocolate, which I love. It's gorgeous. It's super beautiful. I think I will just use this alone in my crease and to deepen up like my outer V. It's just so bomb.com. I really love this palette. So like I said, I really want to get a look out for you guys on just the palette, maybe a combination of the pigments and the palette, or maybe just the pigments, I don't know. But if you're watching this and you saw something you like, let me know down below what colors you would want to see in like a tutorial type thing. Please let me know, because I keep asking, like, what do you guys want to see? Would you like to see a drugstore video? Would you like to see, I don't know, a makeup tutorial on a palette or something? Tell me. Don't be scared to I just really want to be able to satisfy all of my subscribers. Okay, I'm getting like a really dry throat. I think I've been talking too much. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, like I said, because I do ask a lot of you, or a lot of my followers who are some of my viewers, like, what do you want to see? What would you like for me to do next? I don't know. Don't be scared to tell me what you guys would want to see, and also let me know if you like my background. Let me know if I should change something, if there's something you just don't like on my desk. Let me know. I genuinely really care about what you guys think of these videos. I'm not putting them out there for myself, I'm putting them out there for you guys to enjoy. So if there's something that you're not enjoying, please let me know. But anyways, I'm just gonna wrap this up because I'm pretty sure it was a little bit long. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment please down below what you would want to see. I'll just see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.